Don't put that out there into the zeitgeist. We're strongly anti-condom on this show.
You listen to Taylor all you want.
Unless you want to ruin your sex.
I've seen many men fall prey to this Taylorism that you're seeing work its dark magic on here. I'm not convinced he hasn't been cursed. All right. I have seen young, strong, virulent men who went out and found different women every week if they wanted to, or long-term girlfriends if they wanted to, had all the free time to travel the country, be out when they wanted to be.
We're talking about Jeremy,
what they wanted to be. Jeremy doesn't have time to do any of this shit. Jeremy's a rotten mouth fucking hillbilly.
He's a strong, virulent man.
I'm talking about people like Scott, for example, or a number of people that I grew up with, went to high school with, like a lot of the good-looking, fit guys, and it's like, oh, I think I'll go get married at 19 years old. That's smart, isn't it? Hey, I'm barely even have a fully developed brain. Let me just ruin my whole life. Trust me, I'm almost 34 years old here. I have made the right decision in this regard. All right, you do not. I am responsible for nothing. Now you may say, "Oh, but my life, I feel so unfulfilled." Do you know what my kill-death ratio is in Tarkov, you pussies?
Yeah. And when you're old, seriously, that kill-death ratio will take care of you.
I was going to say, there's one thing I know.
I love when they bring up that rationale. That's the greediest, most selfish reason for procreation and marriage.
You just said you didn't want to do it so you could do whatever you want all the time.
That is the most selfish
touche,
thing.
yeah.
You just said you wanted to do it so that somebody could be your servant and nursemaid.
I was making a joke about your.
No, you weren't. You always bring that one up. You're literally afraid of being alone and when you die, and oh, somebody will have to look after me when I'm sick. I better lock somebody down for life. I better get a full lifetime contract with somebody so they have to.
Watched enough videos of nursing homes where the fucking employees will just walk up and slap just right into some old fucking geezer's face for no reason.
Newsflash, Taylor, I like it rough.
I don't want to get in the middle of this. But I know
one thing. No, I'm joking.
I know that
there's no one around to judge. Okay, see the thing. We always
cameras.
Now I'm not talking about. Well, there's a camera, but it's not a television camera, and we always do this thing, and I've done it in my private life where I'd be like, "Hey, would you eat that dog shit for $5,000?" And everybody's like, "No, never." And it's like, yeah, you fucking would. If I had $5,000 cash, you'd eat that dog shit, especially if nobody else knew about it. And that's how, prostitutes are too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Indeed. Indubitably.
Yeah. They'll eat dog shit.
Life lessons with Kyle.
It all comes full circle, folks. Look, don't lock yourself down. You have no idea the adventures that are yet to come.
You can make a prostitute eat dog shit. $5,000.
You don't have to make her. She'll do it willingly.
Living the dream, Taylor. That's the dream that you're foregoing.
It sounds pretty cool. Maybe I'll just do that. I'll just live Kyle style and have no responsibilities. Everything's me.
Imagine you're Tarkov KD.
If you've never fucked an 18-year-old Filipina while she was wearing her tutu from ballet practice and hiding from her parents in a dirty motel room, then you're not living the Kyle dream, all right? You've got to go hard in the paint.
Hard in the paint.
And ID. These are always ID.
I'm just gonna say I don't want to do the Kyle lifestyle. Is that okay? Can I just abstain from the Kyle lifestyle?
If you can handle the Kyle lifestyle. It's a rough and ragged road.
You got to survive a little bit of time in prison.
But for the few who can, there are rewards.
Like what? What are the rewards?
Like you don't
lots of pussy and free time and video games and shit. And
young women that eat poop.
Oh, that's
or drink cum.
You'd be shocked.
I don't know that I would be. I don't think I would be shocked. I think I'd probably be like, yeah, that's about right. Kyle's trying to make this sound cool, and it doesn't sound cool. The more he talks about it, The more it doesn't sound cool. I don't know.
You settle down then, breeder. Make some more boring people.
I mean, if my kids end up being boring, I'll just do it like the Spartans and dash them upon the rocks.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
That's it. That's the Kyle lifestyle.
Punch
That's-
that
you
fucking
think Kyle hasn't
abortion
killed a few
subway
kids?
card. Oh,
Yeah, it's
like clunk. Ninth one's free, boys.
You know, I get a free Italian dip at Jersey Mike's if you go through with this. That's funny.
Fuck those babies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm proud of? The amount of transsexuals that watch this show. Or transgenders. I fuck
Both.
Yeah, both. Yeah, dude. Like, I would say that. Is it like 8% of the hangout?
It's like 8% or something. Like
right?
I think in society it's like 0.05%, but we're like overrepresented by 400-fold or something.
8% would be like 1 in 10, but you're right. By percentage of the population,
It is 1 in 10. There's like one or two in every hangout.
Every hangout. I didn't come upon that number randomly.
You didn't come upon 8 randomly.
No,
You didn't.
Because I was like, it's not 10. That would be 2.5.
he tried to
But we
average
do
5
have
and
1 or
10, but
2.
it didn't.
So
he didn't
between
know what
1 and 2
7.5
is
people look
between
like.
5 and 10. What am I going to say? 7.5%?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know the math on
To
this.
be
I know the
fair,
math
some of those
on
people in
2
there
versus
are-
1, and so I lose this.
To be fair, I think with some of the guys in there, you could get like one. You could make a case as 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Like you count as 1.5, so you could get to 7.5. No,
Oh,
they are overrepresented.
Yeah, by hundreds of times. And
Yeah.
I literally I'm an ally, and I use it as one of my ally, like one of the quivers in my ally, like well, fuck it, one of the arrows in my ally quivers.
When people say they're like allies of like the gay community, I always think of like
He kissed my hand and called me darling. What the fuck?
That's beyond the pale.
Lucky
Kyle.
you, bitch! I wish he'd kiss my hand and call me darling. Like I have never. Well, I mean, maybe the guy's wealthy, right? Powerful.
That's
like,
true.
He's probably got some pull with the feds. Like
he used to be handsome. There's some good genetic material
suck
there.
Cuomo's dick if he can get me expunged. Let's go. Somebody was giving a guy a hard time the other night in the Discord because he doesn't have a girlfriend and he's using lock and load. And they're like, you're just paying these guys money to come more and use more tissues for cleanup. And he's like, goddamn right I am. You're goddamn right I am. And then we sat there and we like fixed his Tinder profile and told him like what he'd been doing wrong because
that
he
guy rocks. Good for him. I'm gonna need to internalize this as I'm eating a couple of pork rinds after.
You might as well be signing your own death warrant. If you sign on that line which is dotted when you're 25, 30 years old or something like that, and just go ahead and lock it all down and say, oh yeah, life for me of being the free version of me is over. Now I'm going to transition into a more restrictive, but perhaps more rewarding in some ways version of me. Just ask yourself for a question: wouldn't that version be available in 5 more years?
Imagine the horror of a deep connection with some woman who wakes up in the morning and makes you Valentine shape Toad in the hole. Like what an awful life that would be, right?
Yeah, nothing like that same lady there that you've known for 30 years making you a $5 breakfast. Fuck that. Go to Waffle House. They're cheaper. There's cheap, dirty whores there that'll make you whatever kind of breakfast you want.
But they're not made with love, Kyle.
Oh, they're made with lust.
They're made with loathing.
Waffle House lust.
There's a Hispanic line cook beating off into the batter again.
Oh. Enrique.
You
know
caught
him
me
too.
before and you did not fire me. So
I guess it comes down to whether you think relationships get better or worse over time, right? Kyle has described repeatedly this notion that like, oh my God, she has no new anecdotes 5 years in. But I like old shit. You know, my Leatherman means more to me when it's 5 or 10 years old than it does the day I got it. And so does my wife.
I love Office reruns. What can I say? Nothing like seeing if Jim and Pam will get together for the 70th fucking time. Or maybe you just want some new pussy boys. You have to be the judge. This is about your life, not mine, not his. Certainly not Taylor's, because he's just a ball of trash rotating around the rim, and for some reason he's staring at it, going, "Kobe."
Ball of trash going around. That's really funny.
Why couldn't it be a basketball? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because it's about being mean to each other.
Because if it goes in, because if a basketball goes in the hole, you win. But this is trash going into a receptacle. So if it goes in, you lose.
Yeah. Well, if she can put up with 5 or 6 more run-throughs of King of the Hill, we'll see. She's only made it through one so far.
That's how we'll know if she's the one.
That's how we'll know. So.
All right.
Radium's easily available on the marketplace. You just need a lot of smoke detectors.
All right.
Okay.
Does radium give you no children or just birth defects?
Well, it could just give you some ovarian cancer's an easy way out. That's all I'm saying. And that's PKA! Jesus fucking Christ. I saw a bunch of people protesting circumcision the other day, and they were all wearing pants with white pants with giant blood stains in the crotch.
Oh, they ruined their pants.
Screaming, I want my foreskin back.
Did you read the relationship advice post about the dude who Beyonce demanded he get a circumcision?
Yeah, I did.
I think we did.
Yeah. Come my way, lady. I don't have a nasty dick like your fucking husband does. And if I did, I'd cut it off for you because you're a queen.
I'd cut my dick skin off for you, queen.
Last name might be Kravitz or something. Because I remember thinking maybe she was related to Lenny Kravitz because she looks biracial, like maybe she's like part African American. I don't know why I used that.
Zoe
word.
Kravitz.
Yeah. Like this is the worst picture of her you'll ever see. I'm not even kidding. This is the worst picture. I was like, oh no, she looks much better as Catwoman. She's like stunningly beautiful.
Are you sure Catwoman just isn't her like best day?
She's also like super tiny. And
you know what? She looks like that.
look at the
scary woman who's in all the Tim Burton movies. These
are bad angles. I'm gonna admit. Like in the movie, she's just stunning.
She's super pretty. I can see that she has like a striking face with a defined jawline and cheekbones. Like she's really pretty.
But on a serious note, locking yourself down for life with one human being is absurd.
I mean,
all right?
Is it?
You wouldn't do that to a fucking car you liked. You wouldn't do it if you liked a car. You wouldn't do it with a pet or a house or any other thing. And all of those things stay the same forever. You can get a new fender. You can go to brick over the vinyl siding.
You can throw some new tits on your bitch.
But a human being is just a degrading slab of meat that you gotta hear the same old stories from every year.
I figured out.
You think you're gonna hear a new fucking anecdote from Becky after year 5? No. You're just gonna have to talk about your sitcoms you watch together. Oh, that was a funny one, wasn't it, Becky? It sure was, Bill.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Now, I'm not saying marriage is bad for everyone and you shouldn't sign on board. What I'm saying is, don't fucking sign on the dotted line at 19 years old or 20 years old. Wait till you're at least 60, 65. No, for real. Wait till you're at least 25. Ideally, wait till 30. All right. Your brain your brain is literally not developed until you're like 25, 26 years old. That's just science. It really isn't.
It's great to wait.
It's great.
It sounds like an
it's never too late
program. Yeah.
It's never too late to wait. How about that? It's never too late to wait.
Kyle, let me just pitch this. Let's say you want to have kids, right? You're going to be married to this
Let's
person.
say I want to be a dinosaur. Continue.
But you can imagine a world in which somebody wants to have kids. Not you, but, we're giving advice to a broad spectrum of people here. Now, what she looks like for the rest of her life is different. She bounces back at 25 in a way that she doesn't when this 37-year-old has kids.
There's no need to marry a 30-year-old woman.
It's like marrying a rotten apple.
That's like,
Oh,
I mean, if you got a 1955 Chevrolet, you don't go and get a 1955 Fender to replace though. When you get a new one that's just been printed off the line,
I'm totally
that's a
with you here.
2020 Fender for a 55 Chevy.
So you
Fucking
wait until
slick.
you're in your 30s, but she can be in her 20s.
Or teens.
Let's not make those- I mean, 19's a good year.
You know, I'm thinking you could pop
Wait a
2
minute,
out
hold on.
before you're allowed to drink.
This is contradictory advice, though, because you're saying wait
We're not
for
very
yourself
consistent.
until 30, but then you want to marry a woman who's 19. So, but you're also giving advice to a 19-year-old that shouldn't be married. So she's going to wait at least till she's 25.
Oh, I'm counting on her to make a lot of poor decisions.
Well, if we're talking to 19-year-olds, logic carries that they should be looking at the finest 8-year-olds around them now. You know, start. What's the word? Grooming. That's what it
Allahu
is.
Akbar.
She's underaged as well.
Wait,
I don't
you
know.
said-
I didn't know these things.
How do you think she's Woody? How do you think she smells?
delicious. I think she smells delicious.
No, wait.
That's the one pass we're here.